because you would rather not take Suboxone. You would rather deal with it.
Right.
Because you've heard and maybe experienced.
I know about it. I've seen it, and I've used it, and I've used it in the incorrect ways. Because not only is it a synthetic, it is from a pharmacy, and I used to love things from pharmacies, and I used to know how to abuse things from pharmacies, and I taught myself how to abuse things from pharmacies. So, if I can just work through this on my own nowadays, yeah. But if they're going to try and give you something to get you through it, they're going to try and give you something to get you over it. In your situation, something, just a few words is going to help.
Yeah. But don't be afraid of, well, I'm going to go through this bad time, because you know what, that time will pass. And as I was laying there the last time that I was going through withdrawal, I was, oh my God, Chris.
Oh, no. This was supposed to be Fighting Bears. It's the wrong fight.
I'm glad Nico's not watching this.
Yeah, good thing you're asleep.
Good God.
We should turn that off now. I feel uncomfortable.
That's porn. I'm playing porn for my cat. What kind of father am I going to be?
I don't get it. This was supposed to be a violent, horrific bear-on-bear fight.
It's false. Look at that. That's false advertising.
That's the post.
Because the movie
post-coital bliss
poster on Amazon Prime had two bears, and they're like, "Argh!" And I'm like, oh, Nico's gonna love this. And then I look up, and there's Daddy Bear mounting Mama Bear, and
oh heavens,
doing the little
that's enough.
Skeet shake or whatever.
That's too much. This is a family-friendly show.
It's not, Chris.
Sexual relationship.
Well, Jesus, I'm trying to, Chris.
I didn't. The funny thing is there's a button that says that now. Since the first
day
I said it, it's been a button now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm glad you took the advice. I'm glad I took your advice.
And sit up here.
Yeah. It's you took the advice, and was that so? You went to treatment after that sometime, right?
Yeah. Well, it was about 4 or 5 months after I got out of the hospital, because after getting out of the hospital, I thought, wow, I'll never drink again.
A couple bottles, a couple of bags of fluid, a couple meals, keep it down.
I just thought I almost died. I'm never drinking again. That's how close I was to death. And because of alcohol, they're not going to do it again. And I thought it was going to be that easy. I didn't realize, that, no, there's issues there. There was a reason why I was using the alcohol. It wasn't, and like I said, this is very early in my recovery, the very beginning. And so, I don't know, a few months pass, and it's Memorial Day or something, and they're having some beers, some friends I had over, and I'm like, you know what? Doctor said if I drink again, my liver could just stop and never start again. But you know what? Psh, what do they know? So I had a couple of beers, and what do you know?
Man,
I didn't die.
Right, yeah.
So what do they know? So
they didn't pay a couple $100,000 to bull crap, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought they were just trying to teach me a lesson. So the next weekend I went with the hard liquor, 100 proof, and got sick as a dog. And it must have been the pork that I made, because I don't cook pork often.
You undercooked it.
It's the pork. I was sick for a week, and then finally, that Friday, I started feeling a little bit better. But I went out and got another fifth, or maybe half gallon at that point, and did it up again. And I woke up the next day and that same sick feeling, and that's when the light bulb went off. I'm like, oh, I remember when my liver shut down. I felt this way too.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. And that's when I was like, okay, I can't do this on my own. I need, to go to rehab. I need some help. I don't know what. I didn't have any family in Arkansas. So I texted my boss, who, iHeartMedia is where I worked at the time. Great company. Some would say no, but the way they handled it was perfect, man. They wanted me to go get better. They weren't like, we're going to fire you if you don't show up. My boss texted me back and said, go get help, bro. Your job's here. Just go get help.
Right.
And that was awesome. That was amazing. So I drive back to Michigan because I'm like, well, I need to be around my family because I need to figure this out. And I can't do it alone because it's too much when you're first trying to get help. because you don't know where to turn.
Right.
First thing, well, I'm going to Google rehab, and you think, oh, that's the way to go. Yeah, that's not the way to go. I didn't know, so we're calling these people, getting this and that, the runaround. I'm getting just pissed off, frustrated, and then next thing you know, a week has gone by, and now they start telling me that they won't take me because I've been clean too long. And I'm like, wait. So I have to go drinking? I have a problem. I almost died. Listen to me. Did you hear my story? I almost died and I still drank. I need help. Well, yeah, but it's been a week. And then it grew to a week and a half. Then it grew to 2 weeks. Nobody's going to take me. And I'm like, so you're telling me I have to go get out? I have to go drink? And the guy's like, well, I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just telling you that if you drank last night, we'd be able to take you.
My mom had a friend who happened to be a state police officer. I was on the phone with her, on the phone with a rehab place, and I'd used the day before or whatever. And she was like, "Tell him you're high or drunk right now. Tell him you're drunk. Tell him you can't even talk. Tell him you can't even stand up." Sometimes you have to bend the truth a little bit to get it, because it's not like we didn't fib before, but if you're fibbing to help yourself,
right?
Yeah.
No, I learned how to play the game.
Oh, yeah.
I learned, but at that point, I didn't know what I was doing, and I just kept repeating this story over and over about, and that was tiring, and it was really frustrating. And you'll find out, too, and I hope that you signed up for it. If not, we could probably still get you in, but the assist suicide prevention training is coming up here in northern Michigan on the 10th, 11th, or 11th, 12th.
I'll be busy.
I could look at my phone, but that would take too much effort.
I have to work those days, and then I'll also be on a hiatus for the weekend.
Webpage, 217recovery.com.
Oh, like it? Subscribe?
Yeah, go to Kirsten's Ride and the help services. Go there if you're interested in taking that. But they'll tell you, if you're talking with somebody who wants to, end their life, that's the last thing I want to do is they don't want to tell 50 different people the same story,
Right.
It's emotional. It's hard. It's embarrassing almost, and that's why if you can take that on for them and just say, I got you, we're going to get you some help. And then you go and you are the liaison. You're the middleman. And that way, they're not telling that over and over and over and over.
You pretty much know their story, but not their exact story.
Yeah, but you can be that guy. And I didn't have that when I was trying to get into treatment, and I think there should be that middleman guy for us as well. Somebody looking to treatment, because I don't want to have to explain to you my story, and then tell the doctor my story, and then tell the nurse my story, then tell the psychiatrist my story.
The intake nurse.
Yes, it's a beatdown, man. And I don't know, I just wish they'd have that, and maybe they do. Maybe that's what recovery coaches are for. I don't know. They didn't go over that in recovery coach training. Shout out to Joyce. What's up? But, yeah, so it's a difficult road. But Allison, if, Chris and you, listen to the podcast, we really appreciate it. And it means a lot to us that, you would even, share that and, tag us in some stuff. And, like I said, you're one of the early donators, and don't think for a minute that I don't remember that. It meant a lot. You came through, Joyce came through, my mom came through, Matt's mom came through, Greg came through. There's a lot of people that donated, and I'm sorry if I didn't mention you just now, but
right.
If you send more donations, we'll send you a shirt.
I actually handed a shirt out the other night to a listener who came to town because he's doing some type of training. He's actually staying in a nice, wonderful, posh hotel that offers a wonderful cafe. Shout out to them.
Oh, is he really?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
He actually informed me. He said he's staying at my favorite is what he called it. So obviously it must have been mentioned about before. Oh, yeah, we did talk about it on that one podcast. And he said he was staying at that one. So bing, bang, boom.
Do we get some kind of finder fee for that?
You know what? He got a T-shirt because he came down. And met him. You got to meet him last night. And,
yeah, cool guy.
And then I was out earlier, and he hit me up and was like, "What's there to do in this town, man? Where's there a meeting? Here, there's a speaker meeting." It was a different town. It was P-Town. These kids call that Petoskey. And I didn't know exactly what was going on. Plus, I was out and about, running around. But it was obviously awesome to see you last night, Zach. You know who you are. You know who it is. Yeah, it was cool to see you, Zach. Hopefully you're getting what you need to get with your training. And you got 19 months. I think it was last week. It might have been.
Nice.
19 months or 18 months, I think. But, yeah. So, and that's the cool thing about this show. That's what I say I like. You meet people. You go through, you shake their hand, and you get to know them. And congratulations again. And you won a T-shirt for that 19 months. See what you get for 20.
Yes.
I don't know. If I get another handshake from me. Sexual relationship. That I don't know about. He's a good, solid guy, but I think he's married.
Yeah,
so,
that's probably not. I don't
know why you pressed the button, because I didn't say that. When I say sexual relationships, that's what I
said.
Say.
It again.
I just did it. I said that's what I say.
Chris.
Well,
it's like you're throwing your own voice. How do you do that?
No, but what I was gonna say earlier. When does your history of what you do?
On your emails? Depends.
No, I wasn't going to go there.
Oh, the history of what you...
Let's say I used to do some terrible things and I'm getting better. Then I start going back to them.
Okay, so like if I used to kick puppies all the time, and then I stopped kicking puppies,
right.
And then, you know, when I see a little puppy over there and I just kind of...
Kick it around a little bit. Is that a sign of... You're not relapsing, but you're slipping and you're falling a little bit, especially when other people see it. Other people outside things see it. Is that not?
Yeah, I'd say like I would want to examine. Well, are you kicking the puppy because you're frustrated? Because like if you used to kick the puppy out of frustration and now you're kicking a puppy again, I would say you're probably going back to that old, they call it old behaviors or whatever.
Right.
I'd say, yeah, you probably should be careful. Now, if you're kicking puppies because you think it's fun, and that's the only way you can get entertainment is kicking puppies, and you're just like, I'm so bored watching bears have sex on studio television. Like,
oh, man. Sorry.
I'm sorry, Nico.
Didn't even wake her up.
But I need some of that puppy kicking, like I think that'd be a little different. I think that would just be, you need to really
examine yourself,
a girlfriend or like a better outlet of fun, because kicking puppies just isn't healthy.
No,
because somebody's gonna see you and they're gonna beat shit out of you because somebody's gonna love some puppies.
Oh man, I love puppies. I love puppies.
Maybe that's a bad analogy. I don't know.
I don't know. I just know that things happen in people's lives, and when people are doing good, sometimes they reward themselves, or they think that it's okay to do one thing if they're not doing the other. I don't know. Maybe their job's a little too rough or tough. Maybe their home life is a little too tough, or maybe they're you get a promotion and you think that you can one. Right. I earned this puppy.
Mm-hmm. I get to kick it.
Yeah. I don't know. Something I've been thinking of during my hiatus. It's been a pretty good hiatus, though. Although I do miss the show.
Yeah.
I miss the talk, the friendly banter, the bear, the big bear back rubs.
Oh yeah.
This paw is done 17 minutes and 44 seconds
into a
Grizzly River. That's the name of it.
So if you want to see what we were talking about, if you're into bear porn, 17 minutes and 32 seconds, I believe, was the money shot.
It was actually supposed to be, about...
I think that bear likes cream pies, Christopher.
Cream pies, huh? You gotta get a new one. You gotta get a new. Actually, the cream pie is the new one because it was white ding dongs.
Well, there was a shout out of cream pies.
What?
Thank you. It was in the letter. If you want to read or go back to listen to that podcast, the lost letter, then you know what we're talking about. But.
Or if you're a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Then you know what we're talking about.
You know about...
Go back and listen anyway.
The letter that was apparently left by a former person in my drawer that I didn't see. Must have been like a bright pink envelope that was folded.
I found it.
Freshly handwritten off a computer.
Well, how do you do that? See, that doesn't even make any sense, Chris.
Handwritten off a
now
computer?
You're talking gibberish because it doesn't make sense.
If I was talking gibberish... yeah, I don't...